Eric Center here, Fenton Powerhouse, Fenton, Michigan. I'm 5'10½". Right now, this morning, I weighed in at 189 pounds.
Name, height, and weight, and class you competed by.
Yeah, Eric Center here, Fenton Powerhouse, Fenton, Michigan. I'm 5'10½". Right now, this morning, I weighed in at 189 pounds. Been coming down slowly. I will be competing at the Michigan State Championships in Class C. And then at Team Universe, depending on how many classes they have out there, we'll wait to find out and see how that goes.
Okay. And go ahead and take us through your workout today. You train shoulders. Tell us about the movements you did and what you like about each movement.
Yeah, so we hit our back today. We just started off with some pull-ups. Just right now, I just have to be real careful. I didn't want to push in terms of too many reps and burn too many calories at this point. We're a week out away from the show. So I started just 4 sets of 10 on the pull-ups, just try to get some blood in the back, get myself stretched out, and tried to use everything I did today. I really tried to use some controlled movements. From there, we went to the Incline Rows, flat chest on the bench, and I did actually a reverse grip a little bit closer. I tried to hit every part of my back. We did 4 sets of 8, so I went a little bit heavier there. And everything I do, I try to, about 30 seconds to a minute rest in between. From there, we did some static pull downs. I actually did something a little bit different today. I was real focused on the squeeze, like I said, so we actually were holding for 5 seconds. We did 6 sets of 6 on that one today. Again, just trying to stay heavy and not burn as many calories, trying to save every ounce of muscle that I have at this point. After we did the static pull downs, we had 2 more exercises. I went with a seated row. I always try to do single exercise, whether it's a bicep, whether it's a shoulder exercise. I like to try to do a single arm, single bi, whatever it may be. So today was a single arm row, and I actually used the upper position with the hand grip instead of close grip, just to try to work a little bit more of the upper back. And then we ended just with a little auxiliary, nothing too extensive. Just wanted to do some kneeling cables and just get a good squeeze. I just did 3 sets of 8. Again, just really try to control it, get a good squeeze, get some good blood in there. Like I said, not too many reps. Don't want to burn too much at this point.
Okay, so compared to last year, Bud, you have put on quite a little bit of size.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us about that and how you went about doing that.
Yeah, it's been a process. This sport is physically and mentally demanding, and it's fairly new to me. Obviously I've weight trained my whole life. Really started off, as a competitor just in school as a young kid, playing football, basketball, and baseball. I always just had the desire to compete. And when I got out of college, I coached varsity basketball and varsity baseball for a number of years, so I got my fulfillment with competing there. I played competitive men's travel softball 7 days a week, tournaments on the weekends. And I just needed something to do. And I have a really good friend of mine, Steve Robinson, and he approached me one day and we'd really talked about it. He's been competing for a long time. And we kind of sat down and did some talking, and it really piqued my interest. Like I said, I've been in weight training since I was a sophomore in high school. So from that point, I just decided to compete, and it fulfills me. I like the drive. It gives me a sense of purpose to come to the gym. If you get into this sport, I always really believe this. There can only be one real winner at the end of the day. But when you put your body and your mind and you exert yourself the right way in this sport, you're really accomplishing great goals for yourself. It takes self-discipline, effort, pride, and I really try to operate that way in everything that I do. So it gave me a sense of purpose in terms of weight training, and again, it was Steve Robinson that really catapulted me into competing. And I started off with my first show. I did a Flint show locally here. It was good for me. I actually did well. My first one, I really was unsure how I was going to do, and I took first place true novice, first place overall true novice, first place novice, first place overall novice. I ended up taking second in the Masters and third in the Open in my first show. And then I wanted to get a little bit bigger. So I just started training even harder. I really zeroed in on my diet in the off season. Again, my buddy Steve Robinson, he's really showed me how to manipulate my body through food. Then I competed Along with my supplements, I run Beverly International Supplements pretty consistently. Just started reading and using Steve for knowledge. You know, I like to listen to people that have been through the sport. So I have some great mentors around me. I won't mention all of the names because I don't want to forget anybody and leave anybody out. But, you know, people that have come before me that's around this area or in this gym, I have very few, but I listen to what they tell me, and I really try to incorporate everything into my workouts. From that point, I competed last year at the Michigan State Championships, and only my second show, and put on some size. Came on stage about 9 pounds bigger. My first show I was about 170 pounds. I probably overtrained, probably a little bit too much, probably ate a little bit of muscle at that time, just unsure how my body was going to respond. Learned a little bit more about my body going into the second show, and I got on stage at about 179. And then, of course, this year I've you know, continued my supplementation, off-season diet. I haven't wavered in the last year, and I really didn't want to do multiple shows last year because I really wanted to focus on getting a little bit bigger. My goal this year is to get on stage at anywhere between 186 to 188 at the end of the day, and be just as conditioned as I was a year ago. Yeah, you know, and hoping, actually, I have faith. You know, I have faith that I believe that with the time and the effort and the energy and the discipline that I put into it, I believe in myself. But I tell you, I respect every competitor out there that gets into this sport. I'm excited to step on stage, you know, for the people that are in this and they give. There's a lot of sacrifices that goes into this in your personal life. Sometimes it can be very difficult, but you have to keep your clear vision. You have to keep your goals in sight. And you just have to keep pushing. And for all the other competitors that I'll be standing up there against, I respect every one of them and what they do. And at the end of the day, the chips are going to fall where they fall. So, but I'm confident, I'm ready, and I'm excited to get on stage and compete.
If someone, because you do personal training and stuff,
yeah.
If someone wants to reach you, what's the best way?
Yeah, you know, I do two things. I'm a full-time career. I'm an educator. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching 16 full years. Like I said, I coached varsity basketball and baseball for about 14, 15 years. And then I also personal train here at Fenton Powerhouse. Kevin Law, I'm very appreciative of the gym that we have here and the community and the people that we have. And of course, the clients that I work with, the clientele, I couldn't be more fortunate to have a group of people that I work with. But I can be reached in multiple different ways, either right here at Fenton Powerhouse. You know, you can call here, email me at ecenter23@hotmail.com. I've tried to stay off the social media stuff, especially during my training. I'm trying to stay focused and not let the outside influences of the world get in my way. So that would probably be the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Okay, and anyone you'd like to thank, Bud, for helping?
Yeah, you know, I have a number of different people, and I don't want to leave anybody out. And if I do, I'm so sorry. But first and foremost is my wife. She's had to put up with a lot, you know, these past 3 years, and it's very difficult. And she's endured things in different ways than what I've went through. And sometimes I actually forget how hard it is on your significant other, your spouse, and it's been very difficult. But she's stuck it out. You know, she's been right here with me now, so I'm very fortunate that way. Secondly, you know, I can call him a coach. I can call him, you know, one of my best friends. I can call him a mentor. He's all of those things. But Steve Robinson, he has been by my side every step of the way, and I'm so fortunate to have him. Kevin Law here, obviously, at Fenton Powerhouse, and not just him, but the Fenton Powerhouse family, and it really is that here. We have a lot of great people here, a lot of people that continuously push you, and they encourage you on the days that you're tired, on the days that you just don't know if you can get through it. So everyone here at Fenton Powerhouse, Remy, who has worked with me extensively with my posing, he's really done a great job with me. He's tweaked a lot of things, continued to try to fine-tune some things, and he works with a lot of people. So it's not that, you know, it's anything special for me, but it means a lot to me that he's set aside time to work with me, and I'm sure all the competitors that works with him feels the same way. So I'm very blessed to have the opportunity to work with him. And my family, you know, my relatives, my brother, you know, my father, my aunt, my uncle, people that have been there for me and understand what I'm doing. It's not easy, you know, when you go to family functions and they're eating all kinds of different foods, and for them to understand that I can't do that at certain times, they encourage me and they're in my corner, and I'm very blessed and fortunate to have the family that I have. So, yep.
Well, you're like a week out.
A week out.
Good luck, man, with the last week. Oh,
Yeah.
what's cardio like right now? In case people are
Yeah, you know, my calories in my off season, I actually, people, I don't know if they're jealous or they laugh at me, but you know, in the off season, I was running about just over 4,300 calories a day, and right now I'm at just over 3,600. Which is pretty high, but I try to train hard. I try to limit my rest time. My cardio right now, I do 2 days at 40 minutes. I walk on a treadmill for 20 minutes on a 15 incline at about 3.0 speed, and then I also use the stair stepper. I don't miss that in the off season at all. That one's a bear. But the stair stepper for 20 minutes. Level 10 fat burner gets me. So I do that 2 days a week, and on Tuesdays, the third day, I do my legs. Right now I was hitting about 15 minutes just extra walking. I'm going to back off the cardio a little bit because I'm ready here about a week out.